when we were on our honeymoon, the day after the wedding, we came back from the hotel to visit my parents' house because everyone was still there. And so we all got our videographer on speakerphone and, we're like, hey, Larry, can you put this clip online?
That was so funny. Put that on YouTube, and you'll put the other one on, because there's a lot of funny parts in the wedding, right?
I, Andrew Paul Daniel Engstrom.
I, Andrew Paul Daniel Engstrom.
Do take Melissa Renee Warren.
Do take Melissa Renee Warren.
To be my lawfully wedded wife.
To be my lawfully and pancakey. I've been scared of this all my life.
He did, and we're thinking, oh, it'll get 1,000 hits or something like that. It'll just be for our friends.
And then 3 days ago, it was on MSN, the homepage. And, it started out, and somebody was like, you're on MSN.
We
all
have
our friends
no
are writing
idea how
us.
they got the video.
It started out, I don't know how many thousand, till we got to it. When we got to it, it was 500,000.
And then by the end of the evening, it was 750,000 people had watched our wedding video.
Just give her a second.
How we met.
We met at SPU. We were both students at Seattle Pacific University.
I was really interested in Melissa Warren, but I knew that Melissa Warren didn't want to be pursued. She was guarding her heart really hard, and she was very close to the Lord. And so I wanted to play it right, however I did it, but I wanted to guard my heart. Whoever my wife was very special. We had actually never hung out until the story really started.
And Andrew started writing me. At age 8, Andrew started wishing for his wife.
Yeah.
And so I've never met somebody, especially a young man, who's been so passionate about finding his wife and being ready for it. And he started writing me when he was 16. He gave me a journal last year, and it started actually right after he broke up with his first girlfriend. And it was kind of helping him process through it, but it was also he wanted to start writing to his wife. So I get this letter.
When you're young, you have a long time to wait for your partner, and I missed her. And you can fill that in with another girl or with something else, or I tried to fill it in with, writing her like she wasn't there for years and years and years.
In terms of sexuality, that was part of why I didn't date, was because I knew I'm very sexual, and if I were to get into the wrong relationship, I would get messed up.
It's really hard not to.
It's so hard, and I knew it.
And I know it.
And that was a struggle for us at the beginning of a relationship. And so we set really stringent boundaries on ourselves. And it was really hard at first.
I thought it was going to be, just
horrific.
Laborious minutes of the rest of our engagement.
It ended up being
hard.
such a gift to us. And
it was like the farther we stepped back, almost the easier it got. But the more worth it got.
the
where
farther
we could
we
look at
step back
each other with
sexually from each other.
such a confidence that this is right. And we could spend more time with each other, actually talking.
And it meant for us that when that gift of sexuality came within the context of our marriage, it was never, and it hasn't been coupled with that feeling of guilt that would have been there had we gone too far. I remember saying that night and then the morning after, it was like, I have never given myself to anyone sexually. And now I've given this to you. And this consummation of two virgins coming together, it was like, oh, okay, now I have this surety that I am yours and you are mine forever. And that consummation of a pure marriage was such a gift. And I had no concept of it before the actual day happened. And I couldn't kind of get it into my soul that I was married now until that night when it was like, okay, this is real and this is you and I. And I wept at the thought of that, myself having given that to somebody else potentially, and not having that surety that came with just being one another.
Wow, don't you think it's so cool that there's two people that are so committed to each other and committed to God? And actually, that's our first suggestion to you guys, is to commit yourselves to God. We encourage you to make a commitment to Him, and He will help you keep your heart, mind, and body pure.
Our second suggestion is to make lists. On page 62 and 63, we have two lists, a life list and a dream list. The life list is for you to write down who you want to become, and the dream list is for you to write down who you want your husband to be.
Our third suggestion is to write a letter to your future husband, and this can include your current interest, your hopes or your dreams for the future, and each of us looks forward to sharing our letters with our husbands on our wedding day.
Lastly, we suggest that you choose a symbol. We've chosen boyfriend bears. It's a constant reminder of the pledge that we made to ourselves and to God.
And there's even a little pocket in the back of its neck where you can store notes and letters.
This is a test, right?
I'm recording.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, again.
That's awkward. I don't know where else to go. It was right there.
Did I take the tags off of them?
What if we flip it around?
Okay. That's how they happen.
Oh, and then I'm gonna collect a picture from you of who you are. Like Kara will probably be with her horse. You know, so they're not all gonna match. So I think we're gonna have that rolling and then have bloopers.
Only discredit yourself, but more importantly, you discredit God, who loves you and doesn't make mistakes. What? And I believe that probably all I got. I don't know what else to do.
Purity to me is living a life in accordance to God's plan. God's plan for our lives is no, it's okay.
Is hopefully what God wants me to do, and in that way I can have, I don't know what I'm saying.
Now let's say that right guy does come walking in, and all he wants is just a kiss, one drop. Why? It's a lot more than a drop.
Purity means to me the fact that I'm giving back to God that He's already given me. I haven't been. Oh. I'm on the wrong one. And then move your arms.
Cam rolling, so let's do like a mic test. So
Okay.
let me back up a little bit.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, count to 10. Say your name.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey Mike, how are you? It's been a long day. For you too, I'm sure. And how do we do this? Neat. Okay. And then we encourage. How do we do this? Through our step boyfriend bear. He's a tangible reminder of the commitment that you've made to God.
Here we go.
Ah! I'm gonna cry. Okay.
So now is the time for us to develop our. I said that too fast. Okay. So now is the time for us to develop. That's wow. Okay. Hi, my name is Bridget, and I've been so blessed for the past 3 years because I've had the opportunity to. That wasn't good.
Now we're all watching and now you're like,
Is it weird to do this on camera? Like that bad?
I don't know, you asked.
No, are you doing a quote or?
What is
If you're quoting something.
Well, no, never mind. Because you know how like
You mean just randomly?
Randomly, yeah, no. I think we're good. Yeah.
Even though you're not recording. Oh.